Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today it's going to be a continuation of the early video that I've created about how to start with Fusion 360. I decided to do that because I think it's very important in regards to the process when you have your idea and you start the first sketch. And I've noticed that quite a lot of people missing this part. And okay, so I think you're probably wondering what I'm talking about. So let's start. Okay, as you can see in the screen, I have 5 cubes, 5 boxes, and most of them basically looks exactly the same, except for this one here in the middle. I was a little bit lazy actually finishing it, but what's important here, many times actually in when you're designing something, it's not only about the end results, it's also how you get to these results. And for example, as I said, all the boxes are essentially the same, but how I got to create each box, it's very different. So if we take, for example, the first one, it's just a very simple sketch of the, a square, and then I extrude it. And if we go to the next one, number 2, which is basically this one, I've created again a simple sketch, like a long one, and then afterwards I extrude it, and then I use the press pull, sorry. And let's go to the third one. It's this one. I've used 2 sketches and created a loft. And the fourth one, the fourth one, it's this one. It has no sketch because it's a free-form modeling I've used to create it. And the fifth one, it's this one. Again, it's 2 sketches. One I've extruded from this way and the other one the other way. And there are many other ways actually, again, to make the box. So the point here is when you start working on your model, it would be a good idea to stop for a moment and think about what will be the best way to create this shape. And in order to do that, it will be really good idea to test and familiarize yourself with the different tools and check out, okay, Loft, what is exactly doing? What kind of options do I have over there? Again, with the swipe, the same. What kind of limitation do I have? When should I use it? When I shouldn't use it? And also the pipe, coil, torus, and again, just familiarize yourself with this and at least think about it before you starting creating something, because it can save you a lot of time and hassle and errors. Also, the more sketches, the more pronounced you have to create some errors in the futures, the risk is actually much more higher, and we want to create the sketches simple and clean as possible. And let's go to the next example. The same principle. You see the exact same. You can, I don't know, you can see there's a handle or something like that for a drawer. Exactly the same. See, they're all identical. But how I got to create each and every one, it's was a bit different. For example, let's forget about this one for a moment. For example, this one here, you see, I've just created the shape here. I sketched it, and then I use the pipe. People are actually forgetting to use this one, and it's a great tool. You can really try to play with it, test it, and see what it can do, what it can't do. And then we'll go to the next one. It's here. It's this one. I projected the sketch, the first one, and then you can see here I have another one. You see, I created a profile, and then I use the swipe command. You can see here. You can swipe it all the way to the other side. And let's go to the third one. And this one I created a loft. It's this one. And the last one, actually, I can use the freeform modeling to create this one. So you see, there are many ways to create the same model, the same parts, as you can say. So you really think careful about how you're gonna do it. It can save you really so much time and hassle. Later on also to figure out what's working, what's not working. Why make it complicated? It's exactly the same if you're going on a trip. You need to get from A to B. You have many ways to get there. But what is the smartest way, the shortest way, the most efficient way to do it? You're not gonna go make a whole, U-turn and take a bus and a train and, you try to plan it so it's gonna be much more smart. So, and the same principle again, it works also in Fusion when you're designing your modules that you want to make, or the different parts. Think for a moment. Okay, I have this idea. Okay, what's going to be the best way? What I usually, for example, I can give you a tip. My workflow, and I know some others also using it. I have, I create a project for my model. I start to work on the model, and then when some point I do like a pause and I'm thinking about, okay, what's going to be my next step. If I'm not sure, many times actually I have another folder in my project. I call it a test folder, and then I copy the file and put it over there, and over there I'm going to do all the experiments until I find the right the shape, the right way to create the next part that I need. And then I'm going back to the original and creating it. So just try it, test it and see, okay, I will try it this way. Okay, we'll try it another way. And this way you can actually figure out, you can learn more about the different tools and how you can really use them. And think also out of the box. Sometimes you can combine them, do things that nobody actually thought about that you can actually do. And I will show you later on in the next videos some few tricks, something that I've learned this week. I didn't really thought about it before, is how to create a net, for example, for if you're playing a football or basketball and you want to create a net around something, how you do it actually, with all the sketches and everything. And this is going to be a tip for next time. So I hope you're going to enjoy this one. You enjoyed this video, and you hope you understand actually what I'm trying to tell you. Test, get to know the different tools. It will really help you, will save you a lot of time and sometimes frustration also, and errors, and your timeline is going to be much more clean. Look at it. That's everything that I've created here. Look how clean it is. So yeah, so good luck with your work, and I hope you're gonna get something out of it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.